Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. This video is about indices and the question reads, solve the equation below 7 raised to 2x minus 8 times 7 raised to x plus 7 is equal to 0. Before we begin, I first want us to recall that when you are given an expression a raised to the product m by n, this can be expressed in varied ways. We can have it as a power m raised further to n, and that can as well be expressed as a raised to n, and then that again is further raised to m. Now we are going to apply this to the first term of our equation, that is 7 raised to 2x. If we have 7 raised to 2x, we can as well have it as 7 power 2 raised to x, and this is the same as 7 power x raised to 2. Now, the choice of expression to use in our equation will depend on how convenient it will be in helping us solve the equation. So, I want us to apply this last one here. That means rewriting the equation, we are going to have 7 power x raised to 2 minus 8 times 7 power x plus 7, and that is 0. I want us to note here that in our equation, the terms are separated by subtraction and addition, and for that reason, we should always think of substitution. Now, I chose this expression 7 raised to x raised further to 2 because somewhere within the very equation we have 7 raised to x. So I wanted to make 7 raised to x common in most of the terms in the equation, and that allows us to apply substitution. So we are going to let's introduce an unknown. So let 7 raised to x be some unknown, let's call it y, so that substituting in the equation, we will have y squared. Remember, 7 raised to x is already y, so we have y squared minus 8 times y, that gives us 8y, and then we add that to 7, that gives us 0. So we have a quadratic equation to solve here, and I'm going to apply the quadratic formula. Now, y will be negative b, and our b is negative 8, so the negative of negative 8 is 8. Then we have plus or minus the square root of b squared, and b is negative 8, so negative 8 squared is 64, minus 4 times a times c. A is coefficient of y squared, which is 1, c is 7, so 4 times 1 is 4, by 7 is 28, so we subtract 28, and we'll have the whole of this over 2 times a, that is 2 times 1, that gives us 2. Well, we're going to have this simplifying as 8 plus or minus, so 64 minus 28, that is 36. 36, square root of 36 is 6. And we have that all over 2. So that the first value of y we obtain as 8 plus 6, which is 14. 14 divided by 2, 7. The next value of y we obtain by subtraction. So 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. I want us to note here that the equation originally wanted us to solve for x. Y is an unknown that we introduced. So at this stage, we are going to reintroduce 7 power x. Now in place of y, we'll have 7 power x. So for this first part, we are going to have 7 power x, that is for y, and that should be equal to 7. Remember, 7 is 7 power 1, and we'll also have, in place of y here, we have 7 power x again, and that should be equal to 1 Now, before we continue here, I want us again to recall first, if you have an equation a raised to m is equal to a raised to n. Now, for this equation with same basis, we can also conclude that the powers are equal. So that means that m is equal to n. Also, when you have a number, say a, raised to power 0, this should always be 1. And this is on the condition that a is not equal to 0. We want to apply these here so that we get the solutions, that is the values of x. So beginning with this first part, already we see this equation here taking up this form, and that simply means that you can equate these powers. So we have x is equal to 1. When you come to this second part, we are going to apply a raised to 0 is equal to 1. So here we can have a number raised to 0, and preferably it will be 7, so that's 7 power 0. We're choosing on 7 so that we have it satisfying this condition. 7 on the left hand side as the base and 7 on the right hand side as the base. And this means that 7 power x is equal to 7 power 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0. So according to our problem, the values of x are 1 or 0. And with that, we come to the tail end of our solution. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.